like I said, man, we had the Halloween card October 31st, end of October. Pretty big card for me for a lot of new faces on the card, a lot of opportunities on this card, and a lot of stakes on this card. You got Mook versus Tay Roc, which was, man, you talking about the face of URL. Who is the face of URL now? Is it the old or is the new? We got to see the answer to that. We got to see B Dot versus Holmesy. You know what I'm saying? The champ versus, you know what I'm saying, top tier champion of the year.
Champion of the year. He's champion of the year. Fuck all that. Fuck all
Nah,
that.
you still got to see Chilla, bro. We gonna talk about it, but you got him who's in the top contention for champion of the year, and these two went at it, had a war. Loso versus EK, two dudes hungry with the pen.
That's another war.
You know what I'm saying? Another war. And you got Jerry West, one of your like the most like one of the other than Geechee, I think he's in the net space where it's just his rise is just a really great story to watch right now. And you see that progression every battle versus Danny.
It isn't as quick.
Oh, it's not as quick, but I'm just talking about the progression. It's like it's the story you paying attention to. You're intrigued with every battle. You know what I'm saying? But Danny, who's been needed opportunities like this, big stages, big cards, whatever. He's on this card to, you know what I'm saying, battle against Jerry West to see if Jerry West is ready for a competitor like Danny Myers. We got all of that on this card. And I think it all showed up well, other than, you know what I'm saying, Danny Myers choking in a second. But other than that, man, very, very good card. I mean, voting wise on the Kathleen,
we don't talk about that.
I gotta get 30s, but some of them were warranted, some of them were not. Some of the judging was off, some of it wasn't. But like I said, we're gonna talk about it all, man. I mean, we're gonna start with the big one. Pause, like the battle we all here to see, or came to hear about, Murda Mook versus Tay Roc. Wow, this battle, I mean, you had to stay on your side, like Rock said, so you stayed on that side.
I watched it with unbiased eyes.
How are you feeling about this battle now?
I watched it again, and it's worse the second go around. I feel like the live watch, it was bad for Rock. Like you wanted to give him that second, but in that second watch, bro, it's looking like a debate. It's looking like an edge every round kind of battle.
I'm not mad at that because I kind of felt that on my second watch, but I do feel like Rock's second round was his best round still, and that was when I was watching it. I said that I felt that Mook second round was a little beatable.
It's beatable,
but and I think Rock, with having such a great second, was able to do that. But watching it over, it was a little closer than I expected. But I felt like with a battle like this, I had to break down some of the bars with this joint right here. And actually, let me send these joints over to you so you got them too, real quick.
Another big thing about that battle, bro, that it's a big disparity, and like it'll show when when it drops on the app, is that Mook was direct every round. He was direct. It's like every line, every stanza, every bar was catered for Rock, especially. Rock wasn't as direct. Rock was just regular Rock. He had little personal shit.
That's why I feel like his second was his best, because he was implementing a lot of that in his second. And outside of that, the first round was heavy punches, gun bars. Second round was that too, but it was better and a little bit more intricate. But the third, I feel like it got back to how that first was. It was just like, I'm gonna get back to what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? You got the joints?
Yep, I do.
All right, bet. So like, just Mook's first round, he starts addressing the Summer the Summer Impact fight, and talking about taking Briz out of the battle, and like just already, you know what I'm saying, getting into what we want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? The meat and potatoes of what this shit is really about. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got the homie Dre on the joint. What's going on, bro?
Good. The taco is done.
You know what we repping out here, man.
You know what we're repping. You know what we're repping here, man.
that was so much needed. I feel refreshed now. But like I said, man, we just breaking down some of the bars. I got the bars in the chat.
I'm looking at your notes right now. I'm reading.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, I went in, bro. Shout out Ben Swayze. You know when I get busy with the notes, he just do it
Glad you
live.
brought these notes out, bro.
He
I
just
got
do it
to see
live.
once, man.
That
So
nigga's
I'm
a
glad
beauty.
y'all. I'm
But
glad
like
I
I
wasn't
said,
tripping when I
dressing the
had
Briz
Luke
fight and
on.
all of that shit. I mean, dressing, like I said, the fight at Summer Impact and taking Briz out of the battle and kind of felt like Tay Roc stabbed him in the back. And when we heard about the stories about Briz not really clearing Tay Roc to really go for this battle, like that
It already looked away.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, little things like that with Mook had me already like, okay, this is what people are talking about. Like, okay, if he's gonna give him a Geechee Gotti first round for 3 rounds, this was the beginning of it. Yeah, that bar he had in there where like once Raw turned into Rock, it gotta get bagged. Like
that was hard to me, bro. That was
fire, man.
That was fire,
Fire.
bro. That was fire, bro. Mook was just too direct, bro.
My favorite bar, from his first round, my favorite one was the isn't Rock supposed to be solid? Why didn't you send the block? Like that was fire, bro. Like
he was
delivered
doing dope rock flips, very dope rock flips, and not excessive though. That's what the good point about it was. He wasn't going crazy with rock flips,
like daylight,
which was not. But it's saying if you do it right, it's okay. But Mook didn't lean on it, which is so easy to do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the thing that I think a lot of people are overlooking is that usually with like battles, especially a battle where even if like this one surprisingly ain't as debatable in the group. Oh, you got something else? All right.
Terrell.
This one ain't as debatable. I'm more so damn near seeing all Mook. Like after the battle, even though which is weird when you look at the caffeine polls and everything, because Tay Roc did win on caffeine too.
And that's the point that I'm talking about
on the poll. But when I was watching that first round back when they was doing the polls and everything and Mook going first, like I was seeing like the narratives already being painted in the poll. You know what I'm saying? I already saw like a couple of battle rappers without saying any names. You know what I'm saying? Like knocking
Mook names up here.
Yeah, you said the names.
Like Arts was up in there. You know what I'm saying? Mike P was in there. Twerk was up in there. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple people up in there just throwing shade the whole battle, and you just like.
Well, I ain't gonna say Mike wasn't throwing shade. He was just
the same thing I was always kind of worried about. You know what I'm saying?
In all of B Dot's rounds and was still talking about B Dot during Mook and Tay Roc.
He was comparing Mook and Rock's rounds to B Dot's rounds.
I was like, dude, you were in all of that, man. Like you smoked your shit. Like
so for someone to say Mook, bro, for everybody to be saying Mook won and he went first, that's big, dog. Because Rock had a chance to rebuttal each round, bro.
Did y'all peep that Rock? So you know how going into this battle we're thinking, yo, Mook is gonna rap longer. Did y'all peep? And I caught it again on the second watch. Rock rapped longer than Mook every round.
I did notice that.
But what's wrong with that though? Why not prepare?
With it,
if you know about history of this guy, you know what I'm saying? If you know history, this guy's gonna have a full clip for you. Why would I not fully clip? You know what I'm saying?
The irony of that, because Mook didn't even rap for longer than 7 minutes.
But that's shout out to both of them though. I shout out to Rock for being just as prepared as he think he should have been, as we thought. I would have did the same thing. And shout out to Mook for not doing what we thought he would do. You know what I'm saying?
Here's my thing with Mook though, man. Like, all right, going into that first round, especially the way they was billing the fight with the face-offs and everything, I did expect more. I will say that. You know what I'm saying? And that first round out with Mook, like I felt like for a moment, and I'm kind of loving how the narrative, not the narrative, but like the general consensus after the battle is now. You know what I'm saying? Because watching it back, I was kind of worried for Mook because the first round was kind of beatable, even though like I'm sure he had some punches in there and everything. You know, I didn't get to go back and break it down and everything, but when I was listening to it that first time around, I'm like, damn, he's really talking to Rock. You know, and one of my favorite
that was the feeling of the difference. You know,
one of my favorite punches. You know what I'm saying? Like when you got two people rapping good, and like, you know, I'm old, you niggas joke on me, I'm an age and shit, but like when we used to like rap back in the day with the freestyles and shit, like the difference between like the good writers and the good freestyles, like anyone could be a good writer. Everybody can't be like a good freestyle, especially back in that era, because it was that Jay-Z coming up era when it was like Jay-Z said, you couldn't rap it if you ain't live it. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, just think about it. If you feel like you was having a conversation in a sense when he's talking, like when he feel like he's having a conversation with the crowd in a sense, that's a different feeling when you just having somebody just rapping at you.
Speaking of crowd, I feel like had a crowd been present, it would have been worse. Facts, yo. Who the fuck was
I think it would have swayed things. It would have swayed things in Roc's favor.
That third round would have been worse.
Now people would have been quiet. Would have been quiet for that third.
Would have been down 2-0.
First and the second probably would have been a little closer if the crowd was there. Now me, I feel like Mook probably still would have got the first. I just feel like his writing was just way better. Like he had little things like the Michael Jackson scheme where he was like, something. You moonwalking, that's bad, something like that, somewhere along the lines like that. Like it was a dope scheme like that. You playing by the door, playing the floor mat. Guess you couldn't endure that. Like little things like that. Was like Roc. What? Not Roc.
I don't know if it's his voice or his cadence with his delivery, but there was something about his delivery at the very beginning. That first one was just like, I don't know if people going, you know, really.
The way you feel about it first, the way I feel about it second.
And his second is his worst round.
Second, I gave Roc the second.
That's what I mean. That's how I felt about. That's how I felt about Roc. I mean, Mook first.
He got away from talking to Roc and just started rapping him. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, don't forget I could punch and all that shit too. You know what I'm saying? And
that's what he showed it.
He had like a quick little like pause. I didn't want to say like a stumble or a choke. You know what I'm saying? It was just like a pause. But that pause threw me off too, and then Roc was just consistent with that. Roc was really taking too long to heat up in his rounds too.
He wasn't. He said that he wasn't.
It depends.
It depends. The cat in the hat and all that shit. I was like, yo, Roc is starting.
But those bars, those bars was nasty, bro.
He said he wasn't like. He said at the beginning he was trying to keep his composure, and that like he didn't catch his composure till midway in his second round.
Well, let me just get some of these bars off for both of they first, so we can then break down like who was really, you know what I'm saying? Because I can see what Roc was talking about in this first. He's talking about delivery and just really getting the shit out, because he was really angry in that first. He definitely calmed down throughout the joint. What was it? Like I said, Iraq bar from Mook was dope. Never seen a sucker haul off that faster than a cough drop. I thought that was cool.
Yo, I didn't even catch that. Was fired.
I caught that on the watch, bro. I was like, yo, that shit was cool. Heavy metal, punk rock, dope, break rock down to oil. You know what I'm saying? Just really talking a difference. He was talking a difference in the writing, where it was like, I'm writing in a sense to like, you know what I'm saying? I'm painting a picture as you're just, you know what I'm saying, writing just the right type shit. And I love how he kind of said that, because that kind of was like the theme of both of this battle for real, in my opinion, is like, I feel like he was having more of a better cohesiveness with his rhymes, as to Roc was just boom, one good liner here, one liner here, one good one liner here. Yeah, most of the other stuff, but he was giving him that gun talk in that first round. Really, just giving. I think that first round was really just trying to give him that old Murda Mook feel that what we was talking about.
Bars, he kind of did that shit the whole. He sprinkled that shit a lot throughout the whole battle. Though.
First round was
fire.
Roc first round too.
Yeah, he was. What he say? When he was talking about basically you not doing nothing here, you ain't really been around. He said the nigga screaming that's light is the one keeping the power running. Love that joint. Love that.
Was that the first
God tier than a low tier?
Like they got the person leave and then they come back and everything's different now. It's marble floors and the elevators. Yeah, that was my favorite shit.
But see, that was a dope contrast. Talking about what it is now. You know what I'm saying? How we doing it now and how great it is now. And then Mook later talking about how it's changed. You know what I'm saying? It's not a rebuttal, but it's just dope writing how they had that, you know what I'm saying?
To that bar though, where now I think about it, to that bar where Tay Roc did say that though, where he like, you can't come back all these years later and like, yo, where's everything at? Like the buildings changing shit. When you really think about it,
the marble floor, got marble floors, elevators,
changing to Murda Mook though, in a sense. Hear me out. Who's the first person who made a big deal about getting paid more? Murda Mook.
Murda
So
Mook.
like, by that sense, he opened up the door for more battle rappers. Bigger.
Dre. But see, you gotta think about it. He's talking about third parties coming into the game. He's not talking about the people already in the game. You know what I'm saying?
I think Dre's saying that like the battlers are advocating for themselves more financial wise because of Mook. Because when Mook was like, oh, it gave me $25K for Summer Madness 2. After that, niggas was asking for astronomical numbers.
And you see how Smacking them doing? So it's like, yo, if it was after that, they would have been still making lower. Smack would have still been making the same thing. It would have been making more, giving them less still. You know what I'm saying?
The first ain't debatable.
You know?
The first is not debatable.
The first watch is
debatable to me.
No, Roc had some dope shit in his first.
Roc just didn't do enough. It was beatable.
He just didn't have enough. The punches weren't enough.
Right,
That's
exactly. That's how I felt. He just didn't have enough of
the second I'll give you. The second,
like that unbearable line that Roc had in the first, and doing that like trying to play him for the hippopotamus bar did not look good in his face.
I'm mad he mentioned that again, bro, because he mentioned that the entire face-offs like 50 times.
That to make it seem like that was a better bar. I hope he was joking. I pray to God he was joking. Roc, please don't go out like that, brother.
Bro, the Mookie Blaylock shit, that shit was fire.
That was one of my favorite bars of the joint. That was towards the end where he just started going bong, 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 bong. That's why I see why people can feel it's debatable.
Let me look through your notes real quick. Make sure if you got this note or not.
What did he say? He said, you shouldn't be having shits and giggles with a nigga that pistol whipped you.
Murder whole scheme.
All right, yo, to that point, I ain't gonna say you lost points, but you didn't get any points for any math Mook shit, because that was more used than niggas bringing up his incident, which was recent, and he didn't even like that when people brought that up. You know what I'm saying?
But to bring it up to him is a little different, though. Bring it up.
I think he was saying also because of the my expert opinion interview, and he was just sitting there like, how y'all niggas sitting here, you know what I'm saying, having shits and giggles about me. You sitting there laughing with the nigga that pistol whipped you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see how Roc can like want to implement that in his rounds.
And that hit
angle though. I mean, you know.
And I think if a crowd was there, that would have went crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Given the fact
that angle, but it's true. You know,
but man, a dope bar
that I think a lot of people miss from him.
So old angle.
When the meta phase,
mitosis jam,
or mitosis jam, some shit like that. But that shit was fire, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. Roc, if Roc had more shit like that, it would have been way more closer than it was, bro. Infrared foreheads, Indian dot bar was cool.
That was fire.
That was
a fire bar.
The General Mills, get a cereal box bar. You know what I'm saying? Give the General Mills cereal box. The Murder at 1600 joint, the Wesley Snipes joint. If he would have cleaned up the punch, the setup was fire.
I'm the opposite. The setup was too long and drawn out. The punch was great.
I see what you're saying. He could have condensed it a little bit, but I love what he did with it though. But he could have cleaned it up a little bit. That's why I still had to give it some love. Murder She Wrote in Blood on the Wall, dope. Like I said,
that was fire. That was fire.
He ended strong, but I felt like I said Mook was just from beginning to end. You were eyes glued. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there was one line, and I don't see it in the notes, so I'm gonna bring it up. I don't know. I can't recall what Toronto was, but when Mook told him, he's like, "Man, y'all niggas be over here worried about 1 million views. I'm trying to make $1 million." Like, bro,
that was
that shit. Like, just
that was the third. That was
right there.
That was one of my favorite line, bro. You see how I reacted to that bar when we was watching. That's my type of talk.
He's like, they pay me like I'm the GOAT. Mook was talking.
He was little boying him the whole battle. He little boying him.
Like I said, then we get into Mook's second. Now this one we definitely got to talk about, because this was the most debated round right now, for real. Because a lot of people give it to second. On the first watch, they gave it to Roc. On the second watch, a lot of people are giving it to Mook. So let's see, because let's start. We got Mook in the second. He's basically breaking down the people departed from Cave Gang and shit like that. He's like they had to stick to rock to get their flame lit. I thought that was cool. I like how he added Jay Black into the Coming to America bar.
He said that was a freestyle too. He said on Hip Hop Is Real, that was a freestyle.
I don't think it was.
How would he know Jay Black was there with the Coming to America garb?
Because he was the only nigga dressed up at the event.
That was nigga, and that's not a freestyle. That's on the spot.
Bro, everybody has a Coming to America bar. All you gotta do is add Jay Black into it.
Bro, that I don't know. The wherewithal.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know about that not being a freestyle. That could have been a freestyle.
If it is, shout out to him, but I just personally don't think it was. But I still thought it was dope though. Trey on your hat, don't get a chance to rap. I thought that was dope. Obviously, the 3 on chance to rapper hat, all the good shit. He said whip to the next week like the DeLorean. You know what I'm saying? I think this is the wrong I said he was trying to. I think more so trying to punch with him, but we can't lie to him.
He said the mirror bar here. This is the second round where he said how you put stick in the heart of a nigga who can't look himself in the mirror.
Low key, best bar of the battle.
That's the second best bar of the night with the B-Dot joint.
And it all got to do with crucifixion and stakes and shit. Weird, spooky hours. Leave him alone.
That was fire, bro.
Leave him alone. Stockton bar was cold. Sun rays, that's light. That was cold. Then my other favorite bar of this round, when AVE leave the CAVEC was woo. He was.
And it's so simple too, and he just the delivery. It's not what you said, bro.
I hated the way he delivered that sun rays. That's like maybe it was the way he said it. He just he like stretched.
No, it was the way he said that's live. That's the only part. I thought it was funny, yo. That's live.
Yeah, that was the only part, bro. I was just like, man,
like yo, I thought he was joking when he did that. I be thinking niggas be joking when they do shit like that. And they be dead ass serious. That be the part for me, yo. When I get you the wave bouncing, when I get you in the wave bouncing off the walls from this Teco located hospital.
That was fire.
That shit was crazy, bro. Like his multis was on point in this.
He's talking about the wave, surf, the echo. Remember when Surf Battle Lux? He was like, yo, I could hear my echo.
Yo, and just like wave, the tech like wave sound, like all of that, all in like that was all in that one bar was dope, bro. Like my man has multi-game up, bro. He might want to holla at KOTD after this 3 battles is up, bro. Because if his multi-game is like that, them white boys gonna love him over there.
Oh my God, no.
Trying to tell you, set my man up with
yeah, right. My favorite rock bar coming up in the
over there now. But let's see where we at. That's his second. Like I said, second was good, but I don't think it was good as his first at all. Second round, Rock, he had the beat Murda first, second, and third degree.
That was heat.
Crazy. The C would be the first planet. Mercury, crazy. Rap the old tape on the K. Ray J, like that man.
He had the saw bar on hand too, right?
Huh?
He had the jigsaw joint on hand too, right?
Yo, that jigsaw shit was fire, bro.
Yes, that was, I believe. Yeah, Murda set up in a small room, jigsaw. Oh my God. Yeah, you know, people just watching all these horror movies. This is like
that one hit
off for me, bro.
That one hit.
That one hit crazy. Pause, bro. That looking for Murda when that white bitch, this ain't OJ Simpson.
That was my favorite bar from him the whole battle, my nigga.
Because he was talking about when Yes Jules was on then.
That one.
I felt he was a little bit more direct and attacking his character more so with that shit, like shit that we actually know and seen. You know what I'm saying? Shit that we can be like, oh, okay, I remember that.
Bro, I'm mad no one's addressed the fact that, like, in one of the episodes of Mook's podcast, he had Donna from Black Ink Crew on there. and she was talking about how like she knows about dudes that pretend to be gay to get with her. And this nigga Mook, I will show you the episode and I will
I think
time
Mook should be saying wild shit just for like shock factor to get
I'm
views.
surprised niggas did not bring that up. Verb and Rock.
Yeah, bro, like that nigga was saying some wild shit on that podcast. But yeah, bro, that's why I feel like this was Rock's best round. He felt like he was just attacking him way more strategically in this joint. He was addressing he addressed Ab leaving Cave Gang too, which was good. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about shit that we can actually like, you know what I'm saying, think about critically and be like, all right,
relevant.
Got you on that. That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because he's talking about how he's still been holding it down with or without Cave. And I was like, yes, talk that shit. Like, he needs more of this. You know what I'm saying? Show that you're on that level of Mook in the rhymes, in the content, all of that. Butter in the middle, English muffin. That was cool. How did y'all feel about that bar? I thought it was nice.
That wasn't even a bar that really stuck out to me. There's
that
was one of the good ones. He started back to back at the end of that second round, though. I forgot all the shit he said. It was like a bunch of violent shit, kind of like
the time capsule. The time capsule one was my shit.
I just remember,
like, that was the one. There's a stainless steel time capsule. That was crazy. I love that. Was the I like that. I do like that one better than the English muffin joint. Left Murder in the Hood. I know what you did last summer. I thought that was fire. I'm glad. I wish we would have got his hood all the way on. That shit. He was like, I know that shit looked like some like that heavy ass leather. That shit looked like it hurt when he flapped that shit.
He got the Assassin's Creed hoodie,
bruh. Math was trying to body Rock, bro. Like
it didn't work.
Trying to body Rock, bro.
There was a lot of propaganda on Rock after this battle, man. From the whole hoodie shit they all just mentioned. Unisex hoodie, and niggas want to grab the female one. Tried to
like, Math has been on a brigade of trying to bury Rock, bro.
But what's even worse, bro? I don't know if y'all seen on the group, and this is how low nigga comprehension skills is, bro. And Rock's kind of in that position where he's damned if he do, damned if he don't.
Exactly.
With the whole tranny allegations, like if you overreact when Mook threw that shit out there, then people would be like, oh, he overreacted and he did it. You know what I'm saying? But he did it so he didn't react hardly at all to the point where he whispered it initially. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I read him not talking over Mook during his round, but I clearly heard him say, and you clearly hear in the footage when he's like, "On my mom, up in the sky, like say I'm lying." And the first thing is, "You're lying."
Yeah,
and then Mook repeats himself and he says, "Get tight." You know what I'm saying? Like, get mad, get tight. And people took that footage and said he just admitted.
Nah, Dre, you know what? That's why.
Already saying, nigga, I already said you're lying. My nigga, what are you talking about? And people are flipping that narrative too. Now, so I'm just like, bro, people are
Dre, we was on the live. Remember, we was on live. The Dre had skipped a little bit.
It had skipped right in that moment.
Right at that moment. We was like, yo,
right at that moment.
Admit that shit?
No, I heard him say it, and I was just like,
but I seen it was him saying, I did it. I said it. So we went by that thinking, oh, he admitted he was
on. This shit is turning to Jerry Springer.
Now, another thing that happened, though, is interesting now that after the battle, he said something about official. Oh,
that was in the second round. I forgot about that.
An official mention on Instagram, like right after, like, yo, Rock never sent me no shit like that. I never told Mook no shit like that. How do you feel comfortable even making up a lie like that and saying that? Because it was like extra pause worthy. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, what all is real and what all's
well? Let's just get into
the assassinating his character, which is what battle rap is really all about. You know what I'm saying?
Let's just get into this third, because that's where he's really attacking the character. You got to question it a little bit now, because if that first in that second round where you what I'm saying, you swore on your moms and the person you talking about is denying the shit, it's like, okay, this doesn't look good on your side. So what's good? Like, You can't be swearing on your mom's, B.
But even with that,
Those are two different situations, though.
No.
That he swore on, and then the ass
No.
shit was different.
In the official, with the official line, he swore on his mom's too.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
That's all I'm saying, bro.
He said, "I swear my mom's in the sky." He said it just like that.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
He said it twice. I just thought he said it when he said the training shit.
He said it for that too. That's why I was like, "Oh shit, okay, this is that doesn't look good. That really doesn't look good." He really,
but then again, you know, bitches lie.
Even with that,
Bitches lie, my nigga. Like, hey, official might be trying to get to the Tay Roc bag, might not be trying to fuck up anything, might not be trying to get blackballed for, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm thinking.
Obviously,
but at the end of the day, Dre, Mook has to go check that situation out because you just put this on your mom's. And people know your situation.
Bro, even with that, he still broke Roc down to a
no. I'm just saying that. I just want to talk about that specifically because that is a very touchy situation. If I'm me and my mom's just passed and I'm swearing on my mother on a situation, and now the person that I'm saying told me that I swore on my mother that she told me this is denying this now. Now I gotta go check you. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's what makes me
looking crazy now.
Automatically, like I believe Mook when he said the whole thing, and then Roc's body language when he said the whole phone thing, it was kind of like, damn, he kind of responded in a way where like, I can't overreact because you don't know if the dude got the footage or not. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know if it was.
I think that's a bluff. That's a bluff,
like his body language felt a little off to me, man.
That's a bluff because he said he was gonna release it right after. That's a bluff,
very
bro.
off on that shit.
That is a big bluff.
We probably did it. He probably did it because they shook hands and probably talked after the battle, which they said that they did. You know what I'm saying? They exchanged numbers and everything. So that's why I don't think he did it. But let's just get into this third, man. You start with Mook in the third. You're speaking on rocking them, egging on the fuck your mom's bar at Summer Impact.
I didn't even catch that. I didn't even know Roc was the one egging that on.
What you know all the top tiers, they be right there by the stage and shit, in front of the stage.
Yeah,
we don't see them.
He wasn't on stage.
No, in front of the stage. In front of the stage.
Dog, I think that was a little reachy because Roc,
bro,
we didn't hear Roc.
We can't say it's a reach or if it's not, because only Mook could be able to see that, and the people that was on stage can be able to see that because the cameras never pick up the top tier dudes that be off in front of the stage unless they're reacting or some shit.
Like at Gnome, when Gnome that they had that picture of
they there all the time. That's all I'm saying. But we can't say that if that was true or not. Only he can say that because he was standing right there. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm saying. That's why I can envision it, but I can't say if it's a reach or not. But I can say that he addressed it. I thought that was good because I mean, obviously he had to get that pain out.
Come on, man.
Talking about the karma shit of how since that he'd been going.
I love how he started that shit. I love how he started it. Like he was like, oh, mom, like he was like talking about how his mother passed and all that. Listen, that shit hit with me.
I know, bro.
That shit hit with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got me with that one.
That's why I see why he had to do a round like this. Mac to your head, cosmetics to make your mind up. Come on, bro. That was a fire bar. Then he started clowning his chain, bro. He was like, what did he say? like, how can I just go to the mall and buy your chain? Like, how can somebody literally just put two hands on it and break your chain?
And this hits even more because in the face-off, Roc was trying to clown his shit.
Nah, I fuck with that easy chain, low key though. That shit hard.
When he told them, "I'm getting money to rehearse now," that's what you call a sound check,
bruh. But the way he set it up though, where he was like, like I got paid for 3 battles and I ain't spit one rhyme yet. You know what I'm saying? That shit was hard. Just flex. You know what I'm saying? Just flex, bravado. Show the star that you are. You know what I'm saying?
I actually have the whole caffeine scheme here. I have it here.
Go ahead.
Bro, I forgot all about that mall shit, bro. But when I heard you say that, I started laughing my ass off.
Oh, he goes into it.
Nigga, yo, that was
I gotta go to the mall and just buy it.
He say, wait a minute. what the fuck is this shit in his eyes? They not even prescription, man. You mean to tell me a nigga can do all that just to look like this? This the vibes? The nigga that's supposed
Yo,
to
this the vibes,
That's how the
nigga.
this your guy? You know what? I'm gonna fall back. No, I gotta ask. How you let these niggas fuck up my house? This how much when I was going smack? When I left, shit was raw. Pissy halls, crack on the floor.
Oh my god, yo.
When
that
I come back,
right
Mr.
there,
Bailey, niggas holding doors, suit and jackets, and wearing colored contacts. Y'all auditioning for these
right
white
there,
niggas.
bro. That gave me that old Smack DVD vibe right there, bro.
Telling y'all how to act more black. Not a boss gotta ask his boss that. Bitch, y'all can't even be loud now. You got a golf clap.
Yo, he was wildin'. He was
Congrats. They did it, guys.
Bro, did you see the face Smack made when he was like, I make more money than Smack? So I'd be like,
Smack was
that I wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't feeling that at
Smack
all.
made that face like 3 times.
Like,
it was when he brought up the with the Tay Roc official shit. Smack was just like,
you, nigga.
It was the more money joint, and then it was the training shit. And he was just like,
this scheme was like
Smack was disgusting with this battle. He's like, y'all some freaky niggas, yo.
Yo, hey, Tay Roc hit Mook with that foot shit though at the end. I like how he dropped that off though. You know what I'm saying? He delivered it right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I said, Rock had solid shit, but
Tay Roc funny though.
And there's a difference between like hitting like I already said at the beginning. Rock had one-liners. Mook had shit he had shit that stuck to your ribs. You know, soliloquy, lyrics stick to your ribs. That's what Mook had.
No. I'll say this. Mook won that battle, but
pretty clearly
that was not the best Tay Roc by far.
It wasn't better than the Daylight battle.
It was not the best Murda Mook either, though.
No, it was.
This is the best Murda we've seen since he's came back.
Maybe recently, yes. Since he came back, yes.
This is not better than BBD.
We got to go like that because he doesn't have that much work. So with guys like him, you got to go off what you done for me, because he doesn't. He battled once.
It was still beatable though.
I got to go off since the Verb battle. You know what I'm saying?
I'll even say this is better than
it's still beatable. B Dot had the best performance tonight. B Dot would have smoked both of them with the material he had.
All right, Mike P.
This is
to that degree, man. I wish I could smoke inside like you.
I want to give credit. I want to give credit to Mook, man. Like I don't want to do that because he got a lot of.
I'm happy as fuck man.
For his pen work,
I'm always
how he approaches battles, all of that, and he came to this battle so strategically. He set unlimited rounds and he let that nigga rap more.
That's the thing. He let him rap more. He did him.
They didn't know. They didn't. It ain't like they rapping together. You know how long Tay Roc was gonna rap.
No, it's not that, but it's people expect Mook to rap 10 minutes.
He
didn't
write.
This dude has more bars than me, so people are gonna think he won that round. No, I'm gonna match him in that area too.
Question. Surf posed a good point, and you know I've been on. Surf has not been in my good graces lately.
Mm-hmm.
He made a valid point. Caffeine has Rock winning. People are against that. Now, when Surf battled 40, Caffeine had 40 win it.
And he said 40 went in. All right, here's the difference.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
here's the difference with that. When Surf and 40 battled, after the battle, like it wasn't like, for one, the percentages wasn't too crazy off. And if you look outside of that battle, if you ask like 100 people, the percentages will probably be around that same for 40. I ain't even gonna lie. I'd still probably edge it to 40.
Yeah.
With this battle was so awkward because when I watched it that first time, and I heard somebody speaking on it when the voting was going on during round 1, and Rock started to get ahead for a minute, it was like neck and neck. You know what I'm saying? For the longest, and then out of nowhere, Rock got like 1,000 more than him or something like that.
Yeah, in the comments.
Somebody mentioned like, man, I hope people aren't sleeping on Mook's round. You know what I'm saying? but Tay Roc did win that first round on the poll.
No.
But the weird thing to me is that, and he clearly won round 2 on the poll too. The weird thing though is after the battle, I have not heard not one person yet say Tay Roc has won. I did not.
This is URL.
Oh shit!
And it's close.
Very
close.
That's weird. See, that's what's weird to me, because like when I'm in the battle rap groups, I'm in several battle rap groups. You know what I'm saying?
And they're all saying Mook 2-1.
Everything I'm hearing Mook. Even when I'm on YouTube, everybody who's blogging, Vada, Math, Angry Fan, everybody.
We don't mention Vada here.
My fault, but just anybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't even watch Vada. You know what I'm saying? But like every single last person who's covering battle rap that's up on there, I haven't seen one person say yet that Tay Roc.
Math is a little biased. Math is a little biased.
See more Tay Roc 2-1s in like the chats and on the Twitter posts than you will see actual. Well, only person that did was
them brotherhood niggas too. Them brotherhood niggas all saying Rock.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the bloggers. We talking about the people. You know what I'm saying? And like Anwar, he's more a contrarian most of the time, so I'm not surprised he chose Rock.
Anwar said Rock.
Yeah. I think Henny Man said Rock too.
That's Maryland. Maryland do Maryland.
That's what I'm saying. I
can't be mad if someone says Rock too. That's the thing.
It doesn't look right. He hasn't picked against Rock.
And just let me know, we fuck with Henny Man up here. You know what I'm saying? Henny Man. We fuck with
Henny Man.
We just saying when it comes to your DMV brethren, you do have a little soft spot for your peoples. You know what I'm saying? It's all you know, that's how we see it. But yeah, man, I see it's definitely close. I think people like rewatches are getting there. This is where they're getting their more votes in now. But this is almost this is like 94, almost 9,500 votes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know why Mook won? You know how you know Mook won? Because as soon as the battle was over, they cut that shit immediately, my nigga. They didn't go.
They had time constraints.
Funny thing is, like, funny thing is, Mook would have lost if they would have did that off of the caffeine. If they would have based off the caffeine thing, but where it's bad, bro, is like.
Nah, J Black said they had to cut it off quick because of time constraints.
Oh, because of time constraints.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. But like I said, man. Any last thoughts about Mook versus Tay Roc before we move on to other battles?
All right, last thought for me. I'm going first. Is
you go ahead, bro?
Tay Roc said, "I'm not gonna let you hear the end of this shit for 30 days after this battle. I am gonna post a blog, one of your interviews, each day for 30 days."
Well, I would have loved to see that though. Not gonna hold you.
I want to see a blog today, my nigga.
I want to see it. If you think you won, I want to see a
blog today. Tay Roc, what's going on, bro? You ain't.
He did go live.
He did go live and get a 30 bag, bro.
He did go live. I think he went live today.
He ain't talking like he would have talked if he would have clearly bodied Murda Mook.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way Verb carried himself after he beat Mook. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how he should have been.
Because Verb was more confident.
He didn't beat Mook.
He did beat Mook. What you talking about?
Said he can't beat Verb because he ain't beat Mook. Verb beat Mook.
That's what I'm saying. Had he known in his heart that he beat Mook, he would have carried himself.
Exactly.
Right.
He said it on he beat Mook, but come on, he ain't really thinking that. He know Mook.
That was the thing they said during the start off show too, the kickoff show too, right before thing. What does this mean for both people? And Smack basically said this is for the logo. Is Murda Mook gonna stay the NBA logo, the URL logo, or is Tay Roc coming and taking his spot? And is Murda Mook no longer? You know what I'm saying? That was the narrative that they literally said out of Smack's mouth.
And I say that.
Is he the new GOAT? And is Murda Mook now human like everybody else? We got our answer.
Exactly.
Gods don't mingle with the mortals, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Gods don't mingle. Talk that shit, Dre.
What you got, bro?
This was Mook basically proving the naysayers like myself wrong. Made a lot of believers. I'm sure he made a lot of fans You know, with this performance, this is, in my opinion, the best Mook performance since Serious Jones.
I'm not mad at that.
People want to say Young Hot, but Young Hot, I don't know. This is his best performance since I saw him on the DVD against Jones. And what makes this Mook even scarier is that he adapted. It looks like he adapted to this style, this writing style. And that's scary for whoever he has next. That is scary. Because now it's like he is, when Thanos in Avengers takes the last thing for the gauntlet, and he, what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like Mook did that. He's scary. Yo, it's like, but after the Verb battle, niggas wasn't afraid of Mook. They were like, yo, Mook is a has-been, Mook is this. After this battle, the fear of God is in these niggas.
I think more people want to,
The fear of God is in these niggas now.
You know what?
Yeah, you sound like
the extra with Mook though. I don't think they're gonna go in there and try to rap with Mook. I think they're gonna try to, use their size and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a
Surf talking like he want Mook next.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think Arsenal could beat Mook in a battle rap without doing extra shit like he did with.
Nah, I think Arsenal will try to do what he did with Lux and try to go personal, over personal.
Big angles.
Big angles. Yeah, he try to do that.
But my thoughts, man, I think from what I said on the predictions, what I wanted to see from Mook was the passion, aggression from the DVD era mixed with the evolution in the pen that I seen in the RBE quarantine. And that felt like that's exactly what I got. Exactly to a T. From where we talk about the Maltese, or talk about, punching with him, schemes. He gave you all of that. He gave you gun bars. He gave you, street talk. He gave you everything you want to hear from Mook at a high level. You know what I'm saying? And let's not forget, this is not no 2-year, 1 year, 3-year prep time. This is like what, 2 months?
2 months. Man,
when was Summer Madness? When was Summer Madness?
Summer Madness 10?
Yes.
September.
October.
Bro, you never know what he had in the stash already.
I don't think, man, you will weirdo. Weirdos do that. I don't think nobody keep rhymes like that for nobody. I don't think niggas really.
Yeah, because we never thought of.
I couldn't do that.
Who was really thinking of Tay Roc?
Mook was mentioning Rock last year.
But we still always thought Surf versus Mook before that.
Locked in on him until he got a bag for it.
We always thought Surf versus Mook before that. Mook versus T-Top. All of these other battles before we thought Tay Roc versus Mook. You know what I'm saying? We talked about Mook versus Rex. That was it. That was the end of the line for that.
And even that was left field.
You know what I'm saying? That was the end of the line. Mook had anything to do with that. But now we're here, and I feel like with the amount of prep that he had, 2 months, and shout out to Rock for having this 2 months, I feel like Mook had more passion. And like he said in the interview, he had to use the logic from the Last Dance documentary, just finding that little bit of passion to get yourself, you know what I'm saying, into the battle.
He always wants to talk about Jordan.
Little thing, you know what I'm saying? He just found whatever it was to get him to go 10. And I appreciate that.
Nigga always mentioning Jordan. Every chance he get, he always mention Jordan.
One thing with that battle,
I felt that is what he did, because like I said, we felt no real friction between Rock and Mook.
There wasn't really any real friction.
Rock and Rex. But now that they're there, Mook had to and Rock had to do both. You know what I'm saying?
I think this was
Rock already had something pretty much. Would you say? Pardon me.
This was WWF shit. There was no real beef amongst these niggas.
True. That's why I felt that, but that's why I rocked with how Mook came to this, where it's like, at the end of the day, I'm really here just to, you know what I'm saying, defend my name. You know what I'm saying? Defend my name, defend my stature, my legacy.
Marlo, my name is my name.
My name is my name. That's what he had to defend. But for real, think about it though, because with Rock, his approach to this is, I have to destroy this facade of what, you know what I'm saying, Mook is to the people. and Mook has to basically uphold it and or you know what I'm saying, prove to the people that you know what I'm saying he's still here. Like I'm still one of them ones. You know what I'm saying? Like we see people in the comments like guys like Kid Chaos, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Obviously Daylight, but like a lot of people from you know what I'm saying old to new appreciating the work that Mook did. And that I think that really shows, you know what I'm saying, a lot, because a lot of people of today don't rock with the shit that Mook was doing previously.
I ain't as surprised with Daylight and like the old school and the more so lyrical and like you know what I'm saying, like even the fans are like super knowledgeable like yourselves and everything, you know what I'm saying, who really understand the bars and shit like that, as opposed to a casual, you know what I'm saying. And there's a lot of casuals who are catching. That's the crazy part to me. Like, wow, I'm surprised y'all actually, you know what I'm saying? Kind of was like when B Dot and the Holmes were doing the face off, and they was talking about you cater to people with like small intellect or people who like short attention span, 2 Chain fans. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like they want that, like they want that simple shit. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to something like you have to really shut up and pay attention and listen. You know what I'm saying? Where like if you listen to a Daylight's bars or you listen to Loaded Lux, you really got to shut up and listen, because if you're trying to talk over it or if you're not paying attention, you'll miss something. You know what I'm saying? And
exactly.
That's why I was kind of surprised, because with Mook's bars, I was worried. That first one was like, man, I'm zoned in, and I love that they took out the whole crowd, so like there was no distraction on there.
And I love the way Smack described it too, though. Like Smack described, like, nah, these dudes got to get the fade, like 1-on-1 around the corner, nobody around.
Yo, take this walk with me.
That analogy of it, yo. I love
Smack
that analogy.
said nobody deserved to be here for this battle but me, Roc, and
nigga included himself. He included himself.
That shit was fire.
Shout out to Mook. Shout out to Roc, man. You guys gave us a very good battle to close out that good event. Let's get into our next favorite battle.